Hello and welcome to the Big Idea Show. I am Liu Batchelor and I'm very excited to be joined by Aimee Margott from the Red Box Project Folkestone. Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Good. So can you tell us very briefly, what is it that the Red Box Project does?
So the Red Box Project is a not-for-profit organisation and their aim is to ensure that young people don't miss out on their education because of their period.
Okay, brilliant. So we're going to be talking more about that and all the great work you've been doing right here in Folkestone after these titles. Thank you for joining us here on the Big Idea Show, the show all about supporting local initiatives that are doing great things for the community and giving the people behind them, making them happen, like Aimee right here, the opportunity to share their ideas and their passion. We are here at the Grand in Folkestone, who are hosts for tonight. And I also want to say a massive thank you to our sponsors, the Glass Whiteboard Company, and our contributors for helping make this happen tonight. Our theme, continuing the month, is opportunities and support for young people, and I think the Red Box Project ties in perfectly with that. And Aimee, you are involved very much in the Folkestone Red Box Project, aren't you?
Yes. Myself and my colleague Emily, we run it together.
Okay.
It's been going since about May, June.
Okay.
Yeah, May, June 2018. And it's been really interesting for us and for everyone else that's involved.
Definitely. And we've got one of the red boxes here because it's a national initiative, isn't it? But people may have seen these popping up around Folkestone because you've been doing loads of great stuff. And to give people an overview, it's kind of basically people just donate kind of period products that go in this box and then you donate them to schools, right? That's how it goes.
So they go into schools exactly like that in the box with everyone's donations in. You know, everyone's been so kind and people donate time and time again. And it's remarkable, really. But
brilliant. Okay, we'll take this down. But I want to hear a little bit more, though, about kind of how did you come to get involved with this? And then also hearing why it's such an important thing and why you're so passionate about it. But let's start with you. Kind of how did you come to get involved with the Red Box Project?
So it started when I went to Kenya with my church. We went back in April. And we visited a load of schools and children's homes and things like that. And one of the schools that we went to, they just had a new toilet block built because their old one had basically collapsed. And behind the toilet block was a washroom, and basically that washroom is there for girls to wash themselves when they're on their period because basically they wouldn't go to school otherwise.
Wow.
So, although I knew it was an issue in places like that, I came home and I wanted to do something. I wanted to do anything that I could do to help. And one day, I came across the Red Box Project and I was like, hang on, in the UK, this is ridiculous. And I did some more research, and in 2017, there was a survey taken by Plan International UK, and over 137,000 girls in 2017 missed school because they were on their period and they couldn't afford to manage it.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Such a big issue. I never would have guessed that it was an issue in the UK.
Yeah. So that's how that was the initial process. And then I got in contact with the HQ, who got me in contact with Emily, who'd already was on board, and that was it. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit more about kind of the significance of the issue. You mentioned obviously all these young girls kind of missing school out of a simple thing like not being able to get access or buy kind of sanitary products. What are some of the issues? Is it that they can't afford it, or how is exactly like you said, how is this a problem in the UK?
So one of the reasons is because they can't afford it. You know, whatever their home situation is. We've heard we've heard stories, you know, schools have said to us, you know, this was really needed, we needed this, and have been so grateful. Some schools even came to us and said, we need you, not we go to them. You know, some of the schools have come to us and said, we need a bit of help. And you know, schools, I mean, we've been set up since June of last year, and we've already topped up some of the schools already. I'm not saying they were completely empty, but there was enough gone that they already needed to be refilled. And so, you know, that in itself is proof enough. But so Emily, who's my colleague, she has worked with young people, and a young girl approached her and said, you know, well, I need help, you know, I can't afford it. And it's, you know, that happens. You know, you don't want to ask your mum because she's struggling, or, you know, your dad might not, you know, understand.
It's an embarrassing subject, isn't it?
There is, at that age as well, it can be quite difficult to ask for help, or even just to tell them, you know, Mum, I've started my period, or do you, it's definitely, it can be really difficult, I can imagine.
And a much bigger impact than I would ever consider. Like you said, if they're missing school, and the knock-on effect for something that a red box can be so simple to provide that solution. It's it's an amazing kind of thing to be doing, something I would never have been aware of if it kind of hadn't come up. And so it's wonderful to speak to you, and even if nothing else, to raise awareness for schools, other people, and hopefully get more donations. But we're going to take a very quick break now, and then I want to come back and hear a little bit more about kind of your story that's kind of got you in, and also what you get out of being involved in something like this, because you're very much at the early stages of it, aren't you? So I want to hear what it's been like for you getting involved in a great project like this. So we'll be back after these titles. Welcome back, and thank you, Aimee, for chatting to us and telling us about the Red Box Project, which is, a much bigger thing than I think I certainly have ever would have imagined. But I want to hear a little bit more kind of about what it's like for you being involved in something like this. So by the sounds of it, even though it's a fairly kind of, I guess, simple thing people think, you fill up the red box and you take it to the school, I imagine there's quite a lot of work involved in that, isn't there? Like getting them out, if the schools potentially, you said some of them were where it was an issue, but some of them don't even realise that this is a problem and you're having to go in and convince them?
Most schools that we have contacted they've all said yes. If they've responded, they've said yes. And I think that goes to show that they need some assistance in that area. I mean, in Folkestone, the majority of the schools are primary schools, which are younger, younger girls, and therefore they might be at the starting age, or depends, you know, because they can start as young as 8, 9. So that's still primary school age. So, but the secondary schools, we only have 2 and a college.
Really?
So that's where
the awareness needs to come still, by the sounds of it.
There's more there's more people that are on their periods in the secondary school ages than there are of the primary. But we're in all the secondary schools in the college in Folkestone, and we've got I think 6 other primary schools. But there are still many more primary schools in Folkestone that we need to get into. But you know, I would say every month or so, or every couple of months, you know, we do get back in contact, and they go, "Sorry, we haven't, we haven't responded." As you can all probably imagine, schools probably so busy, bless them.
Definitely.
But so in that side of things, but there is more to it than just emptying a box and taking it into school. You know, I have to go in and empty, or Emily, or we've got some other volunteers as well who, you know, all chip in. They're absolutely brilliant, and I personally couldn't do it without them. But you know, myself or whoever, they'll go in, they'll empty the box, they'll take it home. You know, then we have to work out what's going in the box.
Yeah.
Is it going to primary schools? Is it going to secondary schools? You know, because there's like they donate knickers, so we have to work out what sizes, and we put the right sizes in the right box. We have to put, you know, a variety of different pads, tampons, everything in the box. We don't just take one and put it straight into the school, because they could end up with loads of tampons and no pads, or, you know, it's... Definitely. So we do all that, and we do all the posters, laminate all the posters. Yeah. We put all the stickers on the boxes as well. We put everything together.
Yeah, loads of work, and it sounds like you've got, you're putting loads of time in, and you've got the startings of a great little team. It must be a great way as well for you to be able to kind of get out in the community. You mentioned about obviously kind of first becoming aware of this in Kenya, but then coming back to the UK and seeing it was an issue here, and by the sounds of it, you going, right, I'm going to do something about it. So what is it that I guess you've gained by being involved in something like this in the community, and that maybe I guess anyone out there, be they someone who wants to support the Red Box Project or any community initiative, what have you got out of it that you'd like to kind of maybe share with them about why they should help out?
So everything. Before I went to Kenya, I was a completely different person. I had a completely different life, maybe not quite a completely different life, but it felt like a completely different life. Since Kenya, since coming back, since starting the Red Box Project in Folkestone, and doing everything that I get to do, not just to help them, but also from helping them is helping me. Yeah. And making me feel like there is more to my life, if you know what I mean. Yeah. And I think whatever it is that people feel passionate about, some people might have to find what they're passionate about. But I think it's a good thing to just kind of grab it and go, let's just do it. Yeah. Because before the Red Box Project, I probably wouldn't have been in this situation. Yeah. I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you, being filmed for it, and knowing that it's going out on social media. That for me was, I would never have even thought about it. Yeah. I've done radio interviews, I've done other interviews. I'm going to a girls' guide group this week, and those things I wouldn't have even dreamt of doing, because I would have been so shy and nervous, and this has just sort of brought me out of my shell and made me more of a me and the best me. Yeah. But I've still got time to continue growing.
That's awesome. That's really cool. I love that the project itself is kind of supporting young women, but you being able to be involved in the project has enabled you to kind of become your fullest self, and by the sounds of it, really passionate about it. Yeah. That's really cool. So what would you say to anyone out there? You're clearly enjoying being a part, being able to give back. What would you say to anyone out there that wants to support, and how can they support?
So to support the Red Box Project, I mean, you can donate to our donation points. You can find us on social media and find those. We have many around. We've got a campaign going for the whole Red Box Project, for the whole of the UK. So you can find the link to that on our Instagram to donate towards that. And if anyone wants to get involved and help and be a part of it, then find us on Facebook, drop me a message. Yep.
I assume you'd be up for any willing support.
I can't promise that it's going to be, once a week or even an hour a week, but I can promise that, if you want to help, then I would love to give you the opportunity to help.
Absolutely. Aimee, it's been absolutely wonderful. So the Red Box Project Folkestone, I guess, if they want to find specifically. Facebook, Instagram. Is there
Twitter.
A website for it as well?
Not for Folkestone, but there is a general redboxproject.org. Yep. So you can find them there.
Brilliant. Aimee, it's been absolutely wonderful chatting. Thank you so much. Well done. And I'm so it's so wonderful to see kind of your passion for what you've got out of being involved with it. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for listening as well. Thank you to our audience, and a huge thank you to all the people that help make this possible. So they are the Grand Folkestone, who have been our wonderful hosts, this venue where we are right now. We have our sponsors, the Glass Whiteboard Company, who have been supporting us for a long time, so we wouldn't have been able to do it without them. We have our contributors, who is Hax from Prisma Broadcast, we have Warren from Flourish, and we have Erin from SixTwo. And of course, our wonderful crew here behind the cameras. We have Maddie, we have Hannah, and we have Gary. So big shout out and thank you to all of them. And if you want to be involved and support the Big Ideas Show in any way, we are growing. We love to hear your ideas, hear how you contribute to the community in some way or another. And likewise, if you want to help us make it happen, maybe in film, maybe in venue, whatever that may be, get in touch, the Big Ideas Show, or you can find me, Liu Batchelor, and we will make things happen. So, final thing to say is just thank you very much to Aimee, thank you to our audience, and we'll see you next time.